Hello and welcome. In this FreeCodeCamp JavaScript algorithm video, I'll be taking you step by step how I solved the DNA pairing challenge on freecodecamp.org. This video is very good for beginners as I solved it with two types of loops, a switch statement, a two-dimensional array, and a splice method. I did this one in 3 easy to follow steps, but first let me explain the challenge. You'll receive a string made out of 4 letters, A, T, G, and C. Your job is to return a two-dimensional array of arrays containing pairs. A's pair with T's and G's with C's and the other way around. So the steps are as follows. As most times, we will split the string up into letters. We're also gonna need an empty array for this one. Now we want to push all letters into the empty array as separate arrays. So we want to have an array of arrays, each with only one item in it. I did this with a while loop and a splice method. Now, to finish it off, I need to iterate over all those arrays, check what letter is in it, and push an appropriate letter to pair it with. I did this with a for loop and a switch statement. So now that you know what steps to follow to solve this challenge, go ahead and try to do it yourself, because that's the best way to really learn and retain what you've learned for a long time. So I'm going to start off by, as I said, splitting the string up into an array of letters. I also want to have a empty array, so I'll be very creative with my name for it. Next, I wanna just return the array because that's what we're gonna be returning. So step number 2 was pushing all the letters from this array here into this array here, but we can't just we could use the spread syntax and do it like this, but it's just gonna create the same array. So what we want to do is take one item at a time from this array as an array and push it as an array into the empty one. So I'm gonna use the while loop, and my condition for this is gonna be as long as a string has any length to it, and we're gonna be just pushing into the array, and I'm gonna push a spliced string from 0 to 1. So basically I'm cutting out one item at a time. Now to finish it off, I want to create another loop to iterate over those inner arrays. Sorry. And here I will create a switch statement. So I'm gonna use the array of I as the condition, and here I will create all the cases. I'm gonna start from G. Here I'm gonna push. I'm gonna be pushing a string, and I want to break because the way switch statements work is even when they match. For example, let's say I have 100 cases, but the first one is the one that's true. Without the break here, it's still gonna go through all the other 100 before it exits the switch statement. So it's just better to use the breaks, unless you're using a return or something. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it a few times so I don't have to do it again and again. So if I remember correctly, G's are with C's, T's with A's, and so on. So yeah, let's see what we have. So it doesn't work, it didn't append anything, it didn't push anything. So the reason for this is because we are checking the array of I, which is, for example, this G here, this entire thing, along with the brackets, is array of I. So we're checking if this is a string of G. So obviously it's not, so the way to fix it is just converting it to a string, and it should be all good, and it is. So let me know if you liked it, let me know if you did it yourself. If you had any problems, I'm always interested, and I will see you in the next video.